Okay. All right. All right. Good morning. Welcome to Mindful Monday. It's so good to practice with you guys. I picked up a copy of Mindfulness magazine that happened to be sitting on a table, and I had never read it, and I just want to share this with you. Various studies suggest regular yoga practice can improve immune function, regulate food cravings, relieve menstrual cramps, and boost sexual desire. Just so you know, we know yoga is good for all this and more. But for me, I think this regular practice just brings me back to becoming more conscious. And Carl Jung says that only 10% of our thoughts are actually conscious. So that means 1 in 10 of our thoughts are conscious thoughts. The rest of them are just, we're kind of mindlessly going through our day. And that's kind of scary to me. And I know it's true. That's why I love coming back to my yoga mat to unite breath and body and just kind of get back in sync. Get back into my center. So we're going to practice becoming more conscious and all those other things, starting on our back. So come on down, have a block close by, and you might want to have your blanket too as you come down to your mat, and just roll up a little bit of it, like maybe just 1/10 of it, since we're working with 10% today. And then just place it under the crook of your neck, just to make yourself super comfy. And then, if you like, always options, but if you like, take a block on the lowest level, lift your hips and slide it right under your sacrum, and we'll come into a supported bridge for our beginning awareness of our breath, our centering practice. Your hands can rest on your belly or down on your mat. We had a request for shoulders, so if you're down on your mat, maybe you want to snuggle your shoulders down underneath you a little bit more, giving yourself more room for the breath, and then the palms can face up. Knees can be bent or legs can be long, if that feels okay. And just kind of settle in. Immediately notice the body as you are landing in your starting shape. Notice how this feels to have this kind of open heart. If your block is under your sacrum, notice how it feels to have the pelvis elevated over the heart. So good for us. And see if you can become more aware of your normal breath. Maybe closing your eyes to tune in. Swallow in your throat. Notice how this positioning of the neck feels. And then feel your feet on the floor. Notice any sounds in your space, any aromas. Notice the sensation of the clothes against your skin. Then begin to deepen the breath. So if your hands are on your belly, you can feel the belly inflate. You can feel the rib cage expand. And as you draw the air up into your lungs, notice that expansion. And then let the belly sink back down as you exhale. Release all the air slowly. Really conscious of each breath. Fill up again, nice and slow, conscious breath, keeping that awareness on the body and the breath. And then deflate, slowly releasing the air. The belly draws down into the spine, so you kind of get a toning sensation in the abs as you do. And take one more breath, one more full conscious breath. Make it the fullest yet. And then let your exhalation be slow and complete. And just pause, notice. Have you had any conscious thoughts as you were staying with your breath? Did your thoughts stray? Leave that awareness of the body and the breath? It's okay. No judgment. Just press into your feet, lift your hips, come all the way, take your block away, and then lower all the way down. Let your spine neutralize. Take a moment here, hug your knees into your chest, maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Good, and then find some stillness. Hug your knees a little deeper, check in with the lower back. And then take your feet to the floor. We're going to lift our hips again and take your hands and just place them under your hips. So just right under your hips. Lift your legs up toward the sky. So this will protect your lower back. And then just slowly lower your legs down. You can take one at a time if it's too much on your lower back. Just lift one and then lower. So tone your abs as you lift them up, drawing that belly into the spine. And we'll take one more, just kind of checking in. And then lower the legs all the way down. Point your toes and snuggle your elbows underneath you. So this is a nice shoulder stretch. Again, take those shoulders wide, lift your head, and see if you can gaze backwards. So it's a opening of the throat. We're coming into fish pose. And it's a stretch for the chest, the shoulders. Good for the thyroid. Notice if your breath has gotten choppy. See if you can smooth it out for one more big, deep, full inhalation. And then on your exhalation, we're going to come back down. You might want to take your blanket out from under your neck if it's bothering you, or leave it there if it feels really good. And then bring your feet up closer to your hips. And then take your hands to either side of your hips. Press into the mat with your feet and your hands. Lift up into bridge pose. So we're going to take the shoulders and snuggle them underneath us. Maybe clasp your hands. And here we will get a nice stretch of the quadriceps. Make sure the back of the head is pressing into the floor so the neck is not compromised. Breathe in, maybe lift a little bit higher, and then exhale as you lower all the way down. Just let your hips relax on the floor. You can take your knees into your chest again. We're going to take a couple more of those bridge poses. Those are so good for us. Some of the benefits of bridge pose are depression relief, insomnia. There's so many good. It's even good for the heart, apparently. So let's come back up again because that's so good for us. Come on up into our bridge pose. And as you come up, see if you can tone your belly as we were earlier. Bring your belly button towards your spine. Maybe even activate the glutes a little bit. Maybe lift a little bit higher. Keep the gaze up toward the ceiling so you don't want to turn your neck in this shape. Breathe in and take a long, slow exhalation to get you back down to the floor. You can stretch your legs out long or hug your knees into your chest. Maybe wave with your feet, move your ankles a little bit, circle them out. And then let's take one more. So feet come to the floor, press your hips up toward the sky, clasp your hands, snuggle the shoulders, take your gaze up toward the ceiling, and breathe here. Let's take 3 breaths. See if we can lift a little bit higher. Tone the belly, tone the quads, activate the glutes. So strong. Nice slow breathing, keeping the awareness on the breath and the body. Good. One more full breath. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Yeah. Hug the knees into the chest or lengthen out. Good. Maybe rock from side to side. And then see what happens. If this doesn't work for you, you can roll to one side, but see what happens if you start to rock and roll forward on the spine and then come up to a seat. If it feels good, take as many little rocks as you like. Come on up. Take your seat, prop something under you if you like, lifting the hips a little higher than the knees. Yeah, here we are. So lengthening the spine, draw those shoulders up to the ears. Let's take some rotations, just some gentle circles up and back and down. Good. Working out the kinks. And then on this next one, just let the shoulders roll down away from the ears. Take your chin, tuck it in ever so slightly, and then take it down to the chest. Stretch the back of the neck. On your inhale, lift your gaze up toward the sky, open up that throat. And then on your exhale, take it over to one side. Just take some gentle circles, going in whatever direction feels right. Keeping it slow so as not to get dizzy, and then go the other way. Excellent. And then find stillness. Bring your hands to your whatever leg's in front, and lift your gaze as you shine your heart and draw those shoulders back. See if you can squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit. And on your exhalation, we'll round forward, coming into some cat-cows here, just seated. Moving with the breath. So keeping it slow and giving yourself time to inhale and exhale as you round forward, stretching the upper back. Let's take 3 more. Just warming up. Good. Awesome. Then switch the cross of our legs. Let's take the other leg in front here. Sit up nice and tall, reach up, look up. And on your exhale, just take a side bend. On your inhale, reach up. And on your exhale, take a side bend. Good. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, we're going to come forward, just taking the fingertips forward somewhere in front of you. Lengthen your spine. Take a big breath in, and on your exhalation, take your chin down to your chest, bow. Good. Draw the belly into the spine, tone the abs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean to one side. It doesn't matter which way. Inhale, reach up, get long, and exhale, take it to the other side. Good. Inhale, reach up, get long, look up, and exhale, take your fingertips forward. Lengthen your spine, take your chin down to your chest, and just bow. Let's take one more, moving with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, reach, and exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale, get long, and exhale. Fingertips come forward. Let's linger here in this forward fold. Let your chin bow. You can let your arms relax on the floor. Good. Take a full breath. And on your exhalation, belly comes into spine. Rise up and take a hold of your legs. Bring your feet to the floor. Give your ankles a nice little rub, pat. And then take your hands back behind you. Take some windshield washers. And then we'll come on up to tabletop. So blanket under knees is always the kind thing to do, right? So smooth it out. Take your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and Sophie, shake it out. Take a nice big breath in, drop your belly, come into your cat-cow here. Already been here, so maybe we come a little deeper as you press the mat away. Draw the belly into the spine, really tone the abs. Good, inhale, tailbone lifts, head lifts, and exhale, round into that Halloween cat shape. Take a few more, breath to movement. It's the name of the game in yoga, right? Union of the breath with the body brings us into the present moment where all the magic happens. Come to stillness, find that neutral point. Find a place to gaze on the floor in front of you so that you have a nice long spine, tailbone to crown. And then take the left leg back, reach that foot way back, and take the right arm forward, coming into bird dog. So you can point your toes like a bird dog might. And keep that gaze forward. Tone your abs, tone your glutes. Breathe in. Good, nice, steady. Even if you're wobbly a little bit, keep your breath steady. Nice, steady breath. And on your next exhalation, lower the left knee and the right arm. Sophie, shake it out. We'll take the right leg back, left arm forward. You can point your toes, keep your gaze steady somewhere on the floor, so nice and long neck, nice long spine. Find that center point, tone your abs, think about the belly button. That sometimes helps with a little wobbliness. Good, breathe in. And then lower left hand, lower right knee. Sophie, shake it out. Good, take your knees wide, bring your big toes to touch, and let your forehead come down to the mat. And just let your hips sink back. Now, for a different sensation in the shoulders, take your hands back towards your feet. Or reach your arms forward, and you'll get a different stretch. Yeah. So you can get a nice stretch of the shoulders if you reach forward. But if the shoulders are tired today, just let them rest by your feet. Let's take 2 more breaths here. See if you can sink your hips back a little bit more. Fill up the back body, the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. Good. Make sure all the air is released as you draw the belly back into the spine. And then as you're ready, slowly come on up, take your hands a little forward of where they were in tabletop and tuck the toes, stretch the feet, and begin to slowly lift your hips up into that inverted V shape, coming into our first down dog. Walk your dog if you like. And then find stillness. See if you can lift your hips a little more. See if you can send your heels a little closer toward the floor. Relax the back of the neck. Press into all the joints of the fingers. Breathe in here. And breathe out. Maybe you lift a little higher. Maybe you lower your heels a little more toward the floor. On your inhale, come up on your toes. Look forward. Take a slow walk to the front of your mat. Circle out the wrists. And then find your elbows. Come into a ragdoll, bending your knees as much as you need to. Rocking from side to side. Notice what feels good in your body. Keeping the breath nice and slow. We're going to come up just as slowly as we came into our forward fold. So release your hands as you inhale. Just come on up slowly, lengthening out the spine, stacking the vertebra, rolling those shoulders back. And then lift your arms, get really tall, send the fingertips up to the ceiling. Find that spot right in front of you that is not moving. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Good, so this is good. This is balance right here. But if you want a little extra, come on up on your toes. Keep that gazing point. See if you can balance here. Good, breathe in. Good stretch for the calves and the feet as well. And breathe out as you lower your heels down. Good. Take a nice big breath in, and on your exhale, take your hands, sweep them back behind you. Clasp them, send them down. Inhale, look up. And as you squeeze your shoulder blades, lean back. Little back bend. Only go as far as you can. Tone your abs though. Protect the lower back. Take a nice big breath in, bend your knees. Forward fold, see if you can keep that clasp. As you come into your forward fold, lift your arms. Good stretch for the shoulder here. Good, breathe in. And exhale, release, bend the right knee. Take the right hand to the floor or block and lift the left arm up. So you can take your gaze with it, taking that twist. And maybe flip that left hand, take the palm so it's facing up, rest it on your sacrum, and take a little more of a twist as my necklace falls into my mouth. Good, breathe in. Breathe out, re-extend that left arm, straighten the right leg. Good. Forward fold. And just hang. Circle out your wrists. Do what feels good, bending knees as much as as is needed. Good. Breathe in and bend your left knee. Take your right arm, sweep it up, and take that stretch on the right side, little twist. My necklace doesn't want to stay out of my mouth. Flip your palm if you like, open up that shoulder, taking the back of the right hand to the lower back, palm facing up. Nice little shoulder opener there. Good, breathe in. Take your gaze up toward the right and breathe out. Good. Take that arm up, release, let it go, let it hang. You can bend your knees here. We haven't done this in a while. Let's see if we can take our hands under our feet so our toes come up to the wrists. You can give your wrists a little massage with your toes. Keep your knees as bent as you need to. Maybe the belly comes all the way down to the tops of the thighs. And then maybe see what happens if you sort of straighten your legs a little bit and get a nice little stretch. You'll feel it. Good. In the hamstrings. Yeah, see if you can straighten a little more. Try to relax. Keep the breath smooth. Yeah. Fun. All right, take a nice breath in, release. The hands to the floor. Bend your knees, root to rise. Inhale, let's move a little bit faster. Let's get this show on the road. Take a hold of your right wrist. Lean to the left. Inhale back up to center and lean to the right. Good. Reach up. Look up, flip your palms, take the funky clasp so the other thumb is on top here. Lean back, maybe take a little more of a back bend, squeeze your shoulders. And then on your exhale, forward fold, lift your arms above your head. Good. Fingertips come to floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Exhale, hands to floor or block. Step the left leg all the way back. See if you can get a really nice long runner's lunge. Lift the right arm, twist here. Good. Take a shoulder circle here. We'll get these shoulders in. Good. And then release the right fingertips to the floor, left fingertips, framing that right foot. Maybe rock forward and back and look forward. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, let's spin that left foot so it's flat. Keep the right knee over the right ankle. As you rise up, coming into your warrior two here, right leg is in front, right knee over right ankle. Send those fingertips out from the shoulders and loop those shoulders back and down. Good. Take up space. Flip the right palm, take a peaceful warrior. Slow and easy, stretch the right side, left hand comes down, the left leg. Good, breathe in. Good, breathe out, come back through your warrior two. Spin your back foot so it's facing forward. We'll come back through that lunge. And then step the right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Good, find your dog that feels good. So maybe come up on your toes a couple times, maybe walk it. Take a couple more breaths here, settle in. Excellent. Good. On your next breath in, come up on your toes. And on your breath out, walk forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up. Look up, maybe come up on those tippy toes. Good, exhale, flip your palms, take your back bend. Good, open up, breathe in. And exhale, forward fold. Lift your arms up overhead, bend your knees as much as you need to. Exhale, take your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, take your right leg back, come into that low lunge. Look forward, rock and roll forward. Get that stretch, find that lunge, nice long leg. Nice long right leg. Left knee over left ankle as we rise up, warrior two. Spin that back foot to flat, send the arms out from the shoulders. Good, nice strong warrior two. Good, breathe in, loop those shoulders back and down, take up space. Flip the front palm, inhale as you lean back, peaceful warrior. Good, exhale, come back through your warrior two. Good, inhale, spin the back foot so it's facing forward, back through that lunge again. And exhale, hands to floor, step the left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Relax the back of the head, the neck, the shoulders. Inhale, come up on your toes. And exhale, take a walk to the front of the mat. Roll out your wrists, bend your knees, root to rise. Reach up, get long. One more time, rising up on the tippy toes. And exhale, hands come to heart. And just take a moment here. In your mountain pose, bring your feet under your hips, lift and spread your toes. And then release your hands down. Open up those shoulders, so palms face forward. Take a nice big breath in. If you want to test your balance, close your eyes. You can be Popeye, keep one eye open. Good. Beautiful. Then blink your eyes open if they're closed. Look down at your feet, spread your toes, press them into the mat. Get really grounded. Feel the energy moving down like you're creating roots, like you're creating this root system that just goes out. And you know how trees interconnect. They're so cool. They're so cool. All those trees, just like us, they're all interconnected. And then feel your weight shift over into your left foot. Let's externally rotate the right. Bring that right heel to the left ankle. Maybe hands come to heart. As you breathe in, lift your heart and then let those shoulders drop down away from your ears. Tone your abs. Tone your left quadricep. And find something to look at in front of you that is stable and steady and dependable. And keep your gaze there. And if you like, reach down with this right hand and just gently place your right foot on the inside of your left leg. And then the right foot and the left leg press into one another. Yeah, maybe you reach your fingertips toward the sky. Maybe you feel like opening up, getting a little more shoulder action here. Be the tree, the unique tree that you are. Keep your breath steady. Notice where your thoughts are. And when you're ready, hands come to heart. Wherever your leg is, lower it down to the floor and just rock it out. Find your mountain pose again. Good, nice, beautiful, expansive, open, stable, grounded mountain. Palms face forward, shoulders down, open heart. Nice tall, toned, tall spine, toned abs, right? And then feel your weight shift into your right leg. Externally rotate so the left heel comes into the right ankle. Maybe your hands come to your heart. Find that spot in front of you. It might be a different spot because now you're in a different place altogether. Keep your gaze there. As you tone your right quads and your abs, maybe you reach down and place that left leg on the inside of the right thigh and press equally into leg and foot as much as you can. So we're doing a lot here. Keep your breath steady. You're deeply rooted, so know that. Trust that. Breathe slow. If you come out, come back. Take up space, as much space as you like. Be an expansive, giant redwood. When you're ready, hands come to heart. Take that foot to the floor. Awesome. You did it. Trees, all of us. Take your feet wide on your mat so you're facing forward. And then see if you can take your heels out somewhat so your feet are parallel. Good. And then we're going to take our hands to our hips, come forward, halfway, and then maybe bring your hands down to the floor. If you're feeling really good, keep that long spine. Take a nice bend into this right knee. Walk your hands over to the right. Good. The stretch is on the inside of the left leg. Good. As you exhale, walk your way over to the other side. Stretches on the right. If you hadn't noticed. Good. Come back to center. Good. Breathe in. Lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, right hand comes down to the floor. Press into all four sides of the feet. So toes, heels, right and left sides. Lift that left arm up. Take a twist here. So twisting from this right rib cage, twisting over toward the left. See if you can follow your left arm with your gaze, keeping your hips steady. And then again, maybe you flip the palm and take a half bind here. So the left back of the left hand comes to the lower back. Open up the left shoulder. You can come up on your fingertips if that feels better, or use a block. Good. Breathe in. See where your gaze will take you. See how far you can look over that left shoulder. And as you exhale, we'll just switch. Take the left hand to the floor, lift the right arm Good. Reach up. Follow it with your gaze, gentle on your neck. Maybe take the half bind here. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Nice big breath. And then on your exhale, come forward again. So if you like being upside down here, it's another one of those really helpful, good yoga poses, but it's not for everyone. So if you have low blood pressure, just be sensitive to that. But if you like, bring your hands back in alignment with your feet and let your head just hang, dangle. Shake your head yes and no. Good, keep pressing into all four sides of the feet, tone your abs. And as you're ready, hands can come to hips. Use the strength of your legs to rise up, reach up, and then send your arms out via star. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Open up the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together in this star. You've got it. Good. One more breath. And then release. Heel toe your feet in. Come on up to your mountain pose. Excellent. And then come on down to your mat, just unceremoniously. Come to lengthen your legs nice and long. You can use your strap if you like. We're going to come into a forward fold here. Super good for the nervous system, as we know. So if you want to use your strap, just place it over the balls of the feet, the little meaty part of the feet, so as not to disturb your gorgeous arches. And then take the shoulders, loop them back, draw the belly into the abs, and come forward until you feel the stretch in your lower back that suits you. Always the option to just hold your feet. And once you get to that place where you feel really kind of snugly, just let your chin come down to your chest and let your breath smooth out. And we'll stay here for 5 long, luxurious breaths. Maybe swallow in your throat to remind your neck to relax. And keep your breath nice and smooth. Notice what happens to your thoughts as we get a little still. And see if you can bring your awareness back to each breath as you fill up and as you let go. Good. Let's take one more big breath in. Good. And then let your exhale take you out. Remove your strap. Just walk your way back up. We're going to take a reverse plank here. So take the hands to the floor, fingertips facing forward. Go ahead and point your toes, and just kind of like what we did earlier in our fish pose, just lift your hips and take your gaze up toward the ceiling, not back. This is an opening for the shoulders. Tone your abs, lengthen out. Good, and then slowly lower down. Awesome. Sit up nice and tall. Take the right leg, cross it over the left, place it on the floor, and sit facing forward. Give yourself a nice big hug. Take your right hand behind you, prop yourself up, and take a twist. Gaze over that right shoulder. Good. As you breathe in, lengthen your spine, lift the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, take your gaze a little bit farther, twisting from the left rib cage. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out again, twist. One more breath, lift a little taller. One more exhale, twists you. Find your edge. Excellent. On your exhale, just release, let that go. Good, send your legs long, sit up nice and tall, tone the abs, take the fingers so they're facing forward behind you. Open up those shoulders, loop them back, and take one more reverse plank. So point the toes, lift yourself up, look at the ceiling, so strong. Tone your abs. Good, breathe in. Smile. Breathe out, lower your hips to the floor. Good, awesome. Let's take the left leg across. Give yourself that hug and take your twist. So the left hand behind, flex the right toes, sit up nice and tall, and then take your gaze over that left shoulder. Good, beautiful stretch for this left hip. See if you can twist from the right rib cage a little more. Every exhale takes you a little deeper. Every inhale lifts a little taller. Beautiful. Take one more big breath. Fill up. And exhale as you twist. Breathe in. And release, let go. Bring the soles of the feet together, either close in or farther out. So it'll be a different stretch depending on how you choose to do it. You can tuck something under your knees if you like, but lengthen your spine on your next inhale, and on your exhale, come forward into your Baddha Konasana, forward fold. Good, breathe in and out. Nice long breath. Full, complete exhalation. See if you can come a little deeper. Find your edge here. Chin can bow to chest. Again, swallow in your throat. Breathe into the upper back, the middle back. Exhale. Let's take one more, fullest breath ever. See if you can let those legs release a little more toward the floor. Good. And slowly come back up, extend your legs long, slide on your mat so that when you come down, you are on your mat. If you've lost your place a little bit, then hug the knees into the chest. Release the lower back. Take those circles. I always say that I really love these circles. I'm just going to say it. My favorite. I get a little massage on that sacrum. Take it in the other direction. Good. And find stillness. Hug your knees into your chest. Take your right leg to the floor. Take your left ankle across your right thigh and reach through that triangle for the right shin and hug your knees in, figure four. Notice what's going on with your shoulders as your hips are getting this awesome stretch. See if you can relax the shoulders. And if that didn't happen organically, see if you can lengthen your breath again. Pay attention to the length of the exhale and stay conscious. Let's go for 20% conscious thoughts today. What do you say? So that when we're with people, we're really conscious, listening, intent. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome. As you're ready, slowly release. Let that left foot come to the floor and take the right ankle across the left quad. Reach through or reach around, get a hold, and snuggle that leg in. Let the right hip have equal time. Relax the shoulders and the neck. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Just think of this yoga practice. All your yoga practices are like little mini retreats. Little mini resets. Coming back to our presence. And back to the conscious awareness of our life. Let's take one more breath in. And on the exhale, just lower the left foot to the floor, lower the right foot, left foot's already there. And then take the hips over to one side, take your twist, open up the opposite arm, take your gaze in the opposite direction, breathe in, close your eyes, breathe out, let go. Just notice how when you breathe out, you can get a little more into this juicy, delicious twist. See if you can use the exhalation for that purpose consciously. It'll happen unconsciously, but let's be conscious. It's more fun that way. Good. On your next breath in, hug the knees into the chest and just lower them to the other side. Take your twist in the opposite direction. Close your eyes. Tune in. Feel the breath. Feel the release on the exhalation. Good. Let your next breath bring you back to center. Take whatever feels really good. So maybe you want to lift those legs up again. Take some heart strengthening, enlivening, legs above the heart shape. Maybe you want to come into a happy baby, reaching for the edges of your feet. Wherever you are, lengthen your spine. Take a full body stretch, arch your back, tone your abs, tone your legs, point your toes, tone up your arms, reach, spread your fingers, maybe even scrunch up your face. Make a big muscle with your entire body. And then let everything go. Surrender. Surrender, Dorothy. Let yourself just melt onto your mat. Take your legs wide. Snuggle your shoulders. Let your palms face up. Nothing to do here in the Shavasana. This is your final resting pose. So allow all that good conscious work we've done to integrate. Bringing together the body and the mind, the spirit. And just be. I'm going to read this poem from Words Under the Words by Naomi Shihab Nye. I just think it's great. It's called The Art of Disappearing. When they say, "Don't I know you?" say no. When they invite you to the party, remember what parties are like before answering. Someone telling you in a loud voice they once wrote a poem, greasy sausage balls on a paper plate. Then reply. If they say, "We should get together," say why. It's not that you don't love them anymore. You're trying to remember something too important to forget. Trees, the monastery bell at twilight. Tell them you have a new project. It will never be finished. When someone recognizes you in a grocery store, nod briefly and become a cabbage. When someone you haven't seen in 10 years appears at the door, don't start singing him all your new songs. You will never catch up. Walk around feeling like a leaf. Know you could tumble any second. Then decide what to do with your time. Decide what to do with your time. Begin to deepen the breath and make small movements with the body, wiggling fingers and toes, turning the head from side to side. And if you like, roll to one side, pausing in that fetal position, just allowing yourself the luxury of one more moment. And then as you're ready, use the strength of your arms and your toned abs to press yourself up to a seat. Make yourself comfortable, lengthen your spine. Feel that awesome posture. Feel those shoulders nice and rolled down away from the ears. You did that. Bravo. When you're ready, take your arms out wide, reach up for all the goodness. Bring your palms together right through the center line of the body, landing at the heart. Take a moment to bow to your own heart, your own conscious presence. Thank you guys for practicing, for being there, for being conscious. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks for the idea for shoulders, Nancy. That was a great idea.
Yeah,